Hey y'all, welcome to video 3 in how to butcher and process a chicken. If you haven't seen our first 2 videos on how to set up and how to dispatch and pluck your chicken, you're gonna need to watch those first, right here. But in this video, we're gonna show you how to clean out the guts from your chicken in a clean way and save the extra bits that you might wanna save, like heads, hearts, livers, those sorts of things. So here we've got a rooster. He's a little bit bigger than the hen that we did a while ago. Just going to clean him up from the imperfections of the plucker. Again, we're going to do all the outside stuff before we move to the inside of the bird. So first things first, I'm going to remove these feet. And I'll show you a little better on the next one how I know where to cut. So when I extend the leg, there's 2 bumps. And I'm just going to go right in between those 2 bumps and cut across that. And it just opens that joint up. And if I'm careful, and I'm applying downward pressure as I'm doing it so that it will come open. And then it just comes right off. So then I'm going to take off the head. Again, just a little bit of downward pressure at the edge of the table and it will come right off. I just got skin. So there's the head. And then the oil gland. So the boys have the oil gland too. This one's a little easier to see than the last one. It's that heart-shaped gland there. I'm going to cut straight down and then fillet it off. Trying not to hit the spine, but I might, and that's okay. So there's that little gland. Then we're going to turn them over, and we're going to loosen all this stuff that was up front. So there's the breast meat. I'm going to pinch up that skin and just cut through it a little bit. And there's the crop. So I'm going to just work that off of the skin and off of the breast meat, just kind of peeling it away with my hands. It's slippery. There we go. And then I want to get behind it so I can get the esophagus and the trachea out of the neck. Put my thumb through. Oh, I broke the trachea off. That's okay. Get my finger through and then I'll pull. So there's my esophagus, there's the crop, and it'll just get pulled through when I open everything. I don't want to really cut because you run the risk then of cutting the gut and yuck can get involved. So I'm going to pull that open. My hand got dirty. So again, I'm going to disconnect everything from underneath the keel bone and then swoop my hand around and pull everything out. That's the goal. So just disconnecting all that connective tissue. I try and get my fingers up here where we loosened everything to try and pull through the esophagus and such. We'll see. See how much I get out all in one swipe. Oh, he's a big boy. There we go. So that's the crop and esophagus that we loosened from the top. And I've got almost everything. Oh, there's my heart and my liver. They came out together with no gallbladder, so I'm going to just throw those right in my bucket or my bowl. And then just keep pulling all that nice stuff out. Now all this fat that is attached to the gizzard, that's all good cooking fat. So, I mean, I recommend leaving that if you can. So we've got everything hanging by the vent here. Again, I'm going to try and leave as much of that fat as I can. I'm going to cut down the side, one side of the vent. Oh, I missed it and I hit the vent, and so I'm going to have some issue there. So I'm going to try and cut this right off so that I don't get anything on my meat. And I'm gonna go ahead straight away and clean that. If you do find that you have any contamination, instantly clean it, and then you can spray with some vinegar to sanitize anything. So this is that gizzard fat, and on this bird it looks really nice. I'm not sure why it was dark on the last one, but I cut it out on the last one. This one I'm gonna leave it because that's good cooking fat. If you're familiar with schmaltz at all, that will produce good schmaltz. The other thing you have to deal with boys is testicles. They are attached to his back, and you don't want to leave them in there. They're not good eating. And so I'm going to let it go. Just fish them out. They just look like kidney beans. On some of them, sorry, not kidney beans, but on some of them they're actually huge, especially your roosters, not your meat bird roosters, but like your laying roosters. And those are usually the meaner ones. So anyway, now I'm gonna go back and just check for my lungs. I didn't notice, yep, there's one. I didn't notice if either came, nope, they didn't come out because they're both here. So let me work this one out. And there's my other lung. Just kind of making sure I've got everything, and then we'll give them a good spray and take off the neck. So I'm just going to cut all this connective tissue. And cut through this muscle. Trying to find in between a vertebra, but then if I flip him and I pull upward, it will just come apart, and I can then cut in between. So there's my neck. If you're going to use shrink wrap bags to bag your birds, you want to get this as short as possible. I'm not going to, so I'm not too worried. So you might want to use nippers or cut it closer in here so that this doesn't end up piercing your shrink wrap bags. All right, next bird into the chiller. I'll put him in there and just top him with ice. Now, for people wondering why we kept things like liver and heart, a lot of times people will actually eat those because they are healthy for you. Some people use them as dog treats. The gizzard also can be cleaned and fried, and people can eat that as well. As for the feet and the heads, they are full of connective tissue called collagen, and that actually makes really good addition to your broth. So some people like to do that. Now, for those of you that don't have a plucking machine or don't want a hand pluck, we actually have a bonus video for you on how to skin your chicken. So go ahead and check that out here.